Good evening, 8th graders. This is Mrs. Hollenbeck, in case you've forgotten who I am. Seems like forever since I've done one of these videos. So if I say a lot of ums and likes, well, I'm out of practice. Alright, I'm on page 43, lesson 11. It's an analogies lesson, so we'll take care of that as well. Okay, our first word is ambivalent. Ambivalent is an adjective. An ambivalent might be how you are feeling right now, um, getting ready to go back to school. You may think, oh, well, there's a lot of fun things that are going to be happening at school this semester. It'll be fun, so you're looking forward to it one minute, and then, oh, but I have homework that I'll have to be getting done. You think about that the next minute, so you're like, ooh, kind of changing or mixed emotions about something. All right. Some days you feel gung-ho for it, and other days you dread it. That's ambivalent. You're kind of on the fence there, not quite sure how you feel about it. Some people are ambivalent on particular issues uh, that the country may be experiencing right now. Um, the noun form of that is ambivalence. If somebody is demonstrating ambivalence towards an issue, they're kind of wishy-washy on it, not big one way or the other. So, trying to fix my daughter's computer here because I wanted to sit in my new red love seat here. I think it's so cool. It's so fun. You can't really see it. Maybe I'll move it so you could see it, but it's kind of fun. Beneficent is the next word, and beneficent is an adjective. We see the word in there, benefit, or beneficial. So it has to do with being of benefit to someone else. The Christmas time is a time where people are particularly beneficent to to each other. A lot of giving, okay, charitable giving. So beneficent is being kind, being of benefit to someone else. Okay. Number 3, and I'm going to go with the list, not in the order of the sentences in the book, so don't go by that, okay, because they're kind of out of order there. Betrothed. Betrothed is an adjective, and betrothed is when you're engaged. My niece became betrothed over Christmas. So I don't know when she'll be getting married, but betrothed can also be a person noun. When she introduces her fiancé, she could also introduce him as her betrothed, all right, because she's engaged to this gentleman. Okay. Congenital is the next word. Congenital is once again an adjective. Okay, and we see in the word like genetics. All right, we see that gen in there. So it's something, congenital disease is something that you're born with, but it's not necessarily, you didn't get it necessarily from a parent. Okay, so they believe that the type of cancer that I had was congenital. It was there when I was born, and it just kept on growing and kept on growing. Tumor kept on growing, and it went unnoticed for 21 years. So some people have congenital heart failure, meaning they had this problem when they were born with their heart, and it went undetected, and then they end up, you know, dying from it, or just becoming very, very ill, having to, be in the hospital, whatever. Okay, so it's there when somebody's born, but it's not necessarily something that uh, is inherited. Okay, you're just kind of born with it. Um, Let me go back to my list here. And consensus. A consensus is a noun. We have a consensus. That means that everybody agrees. We had a consensus in our family that we would all go and see the same movie. Okay, we went and saw Les Miserables. Oh my goodness, what a cry fest. Oh man, our entire row. Of course, we did take up an entire row pretty much. We're just, oh man, what a powerful movie. Okay, we had a consensus that we would go and see that movie, all of us together. So, let's see, our next word. Oh, and we had also had a consensus that it was the best movie ever, and that there are going to be that movie's going to be receiving a lot of Academy Awards, or there's just simply something wrong in this world. Interminable. We see the word term. That's the root word. So let's break it apart. The ABLE makes it an adjective, so it's an adjective, and the IN makes it opposite. Okay, so term has to do with time or boundary. Okay, a boundary of time. A terminal illness, well, there's a certain time that, you have so much time with a terminal illness, okay? You're going to have it full term, right? Okay, so interminable means that it describes something that doesn't seem to ever end. Some of you may feel that my lectures are interminable. Okay. Au contraire, mon frere. I do end when the bell rings. But interminable means doesn't seem to end soon. All right. Or doesn't, it goes on and on and on, indefinitely. Okay. Yeah, wait till you get to college. Those lectures are interminable. Okay. Intrepid. Intrepid is an adjective. My word, this should be easy for you this time, huh? Looks like we have a bunch of adjectives and two or three nouns. Anyway, intrepid. I was watching a movie I got for Christmas, The Emperor's New Groove. I love that movie. And Kronk is intrepid. He's courageous. He's going to do the right thing, even if it's hard to do. I think about when he was supposed to dump Cusco, the llama Cusco, into the water. Just let him go out and go down that big old waterfall, and he races and he grabs him in the nick of time. He's intrepid. He's courageous, but he's going to do whatever it takes to get the job done. And we've studied a couple of heroes that I might call intrepid that we have studied. Perseus was intrepid. Um, I guess Theseus could be. I guess we can make an argument for the courageous part. Being resolute. I'm going to do this no matter what. Well, Odysseus, I would have to say, could be intrepid as well. Yeah. Okay. Let me turn my page, find my next word. Repugnant. Repugnant is an adjective, and repugnant, now, some of you aren't going to like me for this, but I think of the word pug, a dog, the pug dog, you know how I feel about pugs. Anyway, this word, I can always remember the meaning of this word because it has pug in it, and I think pugs are just so repugnant. All right. Repugnant is distasteful, um, just kind of contradictory to everything else, um, and therefore causing offense. Okay. Um, causing dissension just for the sake of causing dissension, that's repugnant. Okay, it's just distasteful and repugnant, repulsive. Okay. Our next word is sallow. Sallow is an adjective, and some of you, if you're sick over the holidays, probably had a sallow complexion. It's kind of sickly sort of complexion, where you're kind of pasty, yellowish color. Okay, obviously not feeling well. Okay, that's sallow, and that usually comes with illness. People aren't sallow because they are frightened usually. Um, that's more of a white, sort of you lose all complexion. Um, Sallow is definitely when you're sick. Okay, it's a yellowy, and your skin is, because you probably have a fever, it's kind of a pasty kind of look to it. That's sallow. Okay. And our last word, sortie. A sortie is a noun, and a sortie is it's a like a an attack on sometimes like a secret uh, mission, and um, if you're going to bring down a certain um, like the opponent, and so you plan for a sudden attack. That's a sortie. Okay. Used to do this when we would, in the summertime, I don't know, your families ever camp out or whatever. We'd camp out at family reunions, and we'd do sorties on the other family members in different tents, this sort of thing. Okay. Or if we're having sleeping in the tents in the backyard in the summer, and we'd do plan a sortie on another neighborhood kids who are also sleeping out in the tent. You kind of expect it, but it's still fun to do. So that's what a sortie is. It's a noun. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn to page, I think it's 131. Yes, yes it is. Page 131. Ambivalent is an adjective. Certain is an adjective. I'm ambivalent whether I want to go back to school. I'm certain about going back to school. Um, archives is a word that we'll learn about in 12. Archives is a noun. Documents is a noun. Now, if you've been to Washington, D.C., you might have gone to the National Archives. That's where the, well, you watched National Treasure. That's where the Declaration of Independence is. Okay. So, archives is a place where documents are stored. Okay. Hopefully that should lead you to the right answer. Autocrat is another word that we'll find out about in Lesson 12. Autocrat is a person noun. Ruler is a person noun. Okay. Now, President Obama is a ruler, but he's not an autocrat. Okay. Hopefully that'll lead you in the right direction. Beneficent, adjective. Charity, noun. We have adjective, noun, noun, adjective. It can only be one. Okay, only one relationship. Betrothed is an adjective. Married is an adjective. Okay. Think about that one. Number 6, congenital is an adjective. Inborn is an adjective. Number 7, procrastinate is a word that you probably know the meaning of. Procrastinate is a verb. Postpone is a verb. Did you procrastinate on your Scope magazine lesson? Did you postpone your Read magazine lesson? Did I procrastinate on getting these videos done? Did I postpone? Number 8, repugnant is an adjective. Attractive is an adjective. Think about it. Number 9, this isn't the greatest analogy. You know, they do a bunch of them. They make up a bunch of them. So we allow them, you know, just kind of a goof every now and again. So sallow and sick, those are both adjectives. Okay? Just, that should help you. And let's see, number 10, sorty is a noun, sudden is an adjective. Okay? Can only be one thing. Anyway, I did put the schedules for 8th grade vocab and lit and language and writing. I put those up on Teacherese. And so you'll see that this is due on the 11th. Okay? So we'll talk to you soon. I'm going to try to go ahead and get lesson 12 done as well. Okay? Even though I'm procrastinating ever so slightly. Anyway, we'll see you soon, 8th graders.